And we want to welcome the guys from The Buried Life, Ben Nemtin, Johnny Penn, Duncan Penn, and Dave Lingwood. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Who needs Brad Pitt? I'm excited.
I know
really,
you are.
really
Audra's
excited.
been a little worked up since we got here this
Yes,
morning.
I
She's like,
have
you know
been.
who we're having on first.
I know. I gave you a kiss.
Yeah.
Because he said I had nice lips. See what happens when
She
you come on
has
this
That's all
show?
it takes, Audra. That's all it
You do
takes.
have nice lips.
Thank you so much.
Guys,
But it's good to have you here.
Our show's all about making people's lives better. That's the whole idea of our show. That's really what you guys do. You encourage people to find, I guess, the courage, the fortitude to go out and sort of change their lives and do the things they wouldn't have done. How did that come to you guys as a concept?
The Buried Life started when we were in college. We just got out of high school, and we all grew up in the same town. Duncan and I are brothers, actually.
Right.
And we just started asking each other about things we wanted to do in our lives, and out of that came the question, what do you want to do before you die? Out of that came the list, and soon we were on the road trying to complete each and every one.
That's a very mature thing to do when you're in college. Most people that are in college are only thinking about themselves.
It's what do you want to do this
what do you
weekend?
want to party, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Not what do you want to do before you
I thought
die.
about that too.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we got bored of thinking of that, so we were like, I think we want to go a little bit further, a little
Exactly.
deeper.
How many things have you checked off of your list? 'Cause you started off with about 100, right?
Yeah, we've done around 82. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a huge fan of the show, right?
Okay.
I was really, I can't say the word on camera. I was really upset when the show didn't come right back for the next
Pissed
season.
off? You can't say that on
I
TV.
was pissed. And you know why? Because not only do you embody what our show is all about, but it should be what life is all about. It's not all about what you want. It's also about helping someone else out. And what I got from watching the show was that it seemed like you got more out of helping other people realize their dreams. You helped one woman find her mother's grave after she died in Hurricane Katrina, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the most touching episodes that I think I had a chance to see. So what's more fulfilling for you, crossing something off of your list or off of someone else's list?
I think it's probably crossing things off for other people because you get to share something with them that's very intimate. You know, you get to really experience something with them, and we stay in touch with all the people that we've helped, and that's in fact, yeah. There's like about 3 or 4 stories in the book where we've basically catch up with people that we've helped 4 years ago, and like 2 guys, father and son, that we reconnected after 17 years. They both write a piece of what it's like now after reconnecting. And yeah, we try and do that for everything we do. You know, like for the book, Jet Puff is donating a book to our favorite charity, To Write Love in Her Arms, every time we sell a book. And like To Write Love in Her Arms helps people struggling with depression, which is like what we found talking with kids around the country, is that that's like a real problem people are struggling with. So
Yeah, it's really interesting how big of a problem it really is. When you go around to the college tours, that's one of the main things that they do open up to you about, right?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, this tour has been really interesting because, television is a very one-sided conversation, but, to be able to go to these schools and talk to people and actually ask them directly the question, what do you want to do before you die, and hear that answer, it's been really powerful.
It seems like when you ask people the question, what do you want to do before you die, no one hesitated. People just sat, they had this long laundry list of things that they wanted to do. How did you pick and choose what you guys decided to help someone accomplish?
Well, it depends actually, because when we started this project and we'd go to people in the streets and ask them, so often people would be like, I have no idea. And then they would walk away and they'd come back like 2 minutes later and they're like, you know what? I want this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And we're like, oh my goodness, like this question is really resonating with everyone. And
Exactly. I love the book too.
We have to take a break, but what you're talking about really interests me, and I want to talk about it when we come back, is what is it that stops people from making that list in the first place, or convinces us all that it's not possible?
Sure,
that we can't do these
it's mainly
things.
arthritis, I found, but
Lack of a pen?
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more with these guys, and we're going to ask them what exactly is left to do on their list.
All right, we're back with the guys from The Buried Life, Ben, Dave, Duncan, and Johnny. And earlier in the break, before the break, we were talking about the show itself, what inspired you to go out and help other people cross items off their bucket list while you do the same thing. And in reading you have a new book out.
Yes.
It's called What Do You Want to Do Before You Die? You should pick this book up. If you don't have a bucket list already, you will by the time you look at some of the other ideas. What made you decide to put all of this together in a book like this?
Do you know what it was? When we started this project, we started in a garage, 5 years ago now, and we all had this separate feeling. We're going through this different things. Some of us were depressed. I just lost a friend that was really close to me, and for whatever reason, something happened. We felt we reached rock bottom, and then suddenly we're just had this feeling that we could do anything we wanted to in our lives. And the reason we wrote that book is we wanted to recreate that feeling that you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. And that's really why we ended up writing that book.
It's a great idea too.
What do you think stops people from beginning this process? Well, why don't people have an answer when you say, "Hey, what do you want to do before you die?" People go,
I think people get really self-conscious because there's a lot of expectations to be a certain way, and people maybe don't feel comfortable just being themselves and believing the things that they want to do, and not listening to whatever it is that's like speaking to them. And that's why we call this the buried life, is because we felt that ourselves. It's like day-to-day life, you get buried, and you just kind of want to blow through that and get in touch with what do you want to do before you die.
Seriously, if you do feel self-conscious, just watch one episode. These guys, on national television, you show how you tried to play basketball with President Obama and you got rejected over and over again on the phone, but you ended up doing it, right?
Yeah.
I saw that, and then you gave a toast at a stranger's wedding. Somehow you managed to get in there and do the toast.
Well, our list is pretty, we like to get wild, so our list is pretty crazy, and that's what the show is about. We're working actually on new material for some new TV stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you coming back?
Yeah, we can't talk about too much yet, but that'll be coming soon.
Okay. Now you know they made it when they said
super secret. We can't talk
Super
about it.
secret.
Non-disclosure agreement.
It's pretty cool though because the Buried Light's become so much larger than the four of us. It's really about our community and people. If you go to our Facebook page, people post their list every couple seconds, and all these list items in our book are real people's dreams that they've sent to us, that they've touched us in some way. They've either inspired us or that we've thought they were hilarious, and then we got artists to illustrate them. So this is really made by our community, and then we talk with people and meet them and tell their stories throughout the book. So it's really like it's crowdsourced, and this is like something that's bigger than the four of us.
Really quick, before we go, what happened to the bus? Where's the bus?
She's still around. She's still
around?
She's just sick.
She's on her last leg.
She needs a new engine.
She seemed like she was always on her last leg, but you guys are fixing her up, though. You did a great job, bare bones. You got to do what you got to do. So good to have you all here.
Nice.
Thanks.
Definitely. Thank you for
you.
being with us. It's again, the book is called "What Do You Want to Do Before You Die?" It certainly inspired everybody around here to have that conversation. You guys should be having that
I
conversation.
can feel you want to get something out.
I just want to say the reason also we're writing the book is number 19 is to make the bestsellers list, New York Times bestsellers.
See, we got to make that
Help
happen.
them achieve their goal by running out and buying 20 copies. Right now.
I have a feeling it's not going to be tough.